even when you feel so weak. It's okay to cry. I do cry. When I think that what I'm going through is a bit overwhelming, I do. Everybody cries. So please go ahead and shed some tear, but don't stop there. Hello, bookies. Glad to have you back on today's episode. I am glad to announce to you that, as promised in the last video, that today or this episode is the last you will see of You Can Be President or anything else. Yes, this is the last video. Thank you for joining us. If today is your first time, we are glad you stumbled on our book review channel. If you stay with us, you are sure to learn interesting things that will make you a better person. Thank you for regular viewers. We love you. You know you are family to us already. So let's get into today's business. Oh yes. All right. But before we start, I'd like to appreciate everybody who has stayed through this journey. I think it's been one of the longest episodes or books we've reviewed. Yes. I also want to send a special shout out to Mr. Denzel. Yeah. Thank you for your consistent love and support. We really, really appreciate you. And to every other viewer, you mean so much to us. Thank you for always supporting us. Chapter 23 is titled, You Can Change. Yes, I am a big believer that I can change. I am a big believer that I am a work in progress. I'm a big believer also that people are a work in progress. For me, it really doesn't matter if people don't tick off on the first impression matters ideology with me. I still give them an opportunity, to prove themselves again. I don't really write people off that easily because I have enjoyed mercy and forgiveness from people. I can be such a handful. So yes, I extend the same mercy to other people because I believe that they can change as well. So when you see change, do not run away from it. The chapter is basically encouraging us to put in the work. When an opportunity to change shows up, it usually requires us to work and not wish. So do not run away from change. So from chapter 24 to chapter 27, we shall be discussing 4 things that can help us achieve any goal that we set for ourselves according to the author. These 4 things are a burning desire, a specific goal, write it down, see it through. So let us start with chapter 24. Chapter 24 is titled, A Burning Desire. For those of us who reviewed Think and Grow Rich with Us by Napoleon Hill, if you haven't, the videos are available here for you to, go back later and watch. For those of us who reviewed that book with us, we can remember that chapter 2 of that book was titled Desire. Everything that you want to be or everything that you wish to be, first of all, starts with a desire to become those things. You have to have a burning desire to be the president of your life. That is the first step to becoming the president of your life. So I wrote down a few things here for us I would like to read because it's not really so much. We've talked about this and I wouldn't like to overflog it. I'll just quickly read what I wrote and then we'll jump to the next chapter. It said, everything you want to achieve first rests on the strength of your desire. How much do you want to be what you desire to be? Yes. So you must really want something in order to get it. The desire has to be burning, consuming, and strong. Relying on luck to achieve will never bring us to a place of victory. Never. How often does luck even happen? We have to be consumingly passionate about winning. Yes, because if you are consumingly passionate about it, You definitely would. You definitely would. Because it's going to bring about a kind of discipline and consistency that only winners have. Now, chapter 25. It is titled A Specific Goal. The author said that it is important for us to decide what specific things that we need to do in order to achieve the goals that we have or the desires that we have for ourselves. We have to know what specific things will help us achieve these dreams. A few things I wrote here said leaving your desires as just desires will never bring them to reality. A goal is simply defined as an ambition, and an ambition will never achieve itself. Determine what specific goal you will enable you achieve your strong desires. You have to determine. So take for instance, you want to erect a building, like you want to build a house. The first question is, do I own a piece of land? Do I have a plot of land where I can, on which I can develop this property I have in my head? If you don't, you know that the first specific goal is to acquire a land. From there, you can go from one level of achievement in your goal to another, but you have to specify the things that you need to achieve in order to achieve the, bigger goal. And it's easier for you to achieve your big goal when you break it into chunks. So you want to make a pot of chicken soup. There are things that you need to do. You have to go to the supermarket or the regular local market, get your chicken, get your veggies, get everything that you need. You have to come home. You have to allow the chicken marinate. Those are specific goals. What you are trying to achieve at the end is a chicken curry or chicken soup, whatever. But if you did not go to the market to buy your chicken, you cannot manufacture the chicken in your kitchen. You cannot manufacture that. So you have to actually take all of those procedures, those specific steps that you need to achieve the entire big picture. Yes. On to chapter 26. It is titled Write It Down. Now, you know that chapter 25 taught us to identify the specific goals. Now, chapter 26 is saying, pen it down to a paper, because you will not remember everything. So you have to support your memory by writing it down. So once you have spelled out your goal, you are already ahead of most people. Next is to draw up a plan for making those goals come true. Devising a plan is so important in achieving your goals. Drawing up your plan involves marking the best route to achieving your goals. It should spell out step-by-step process that you will follow to achieving those goals. So that is what writing it down does for you. It sorts of help you put a blueprint. It helps you like draft a blueprint of what your processes and procedure is going to be to achieving the desires that you have. It says this blueprint must include exact time, and when you are to achieve the goals. So it has to be time bound. You have to know when to expect certain deliveries at different levels. Yes. And then finally for this chapter, I said having goals without a plan is just you making a wish. This is not the first time I've repeated this on this series for this book. So please stop wishing and start working. For me, in the whole of this talks that we've had, chapter 27 is the most important. Why? Because not everybody. First of all, chapter 27 is titled See It Through. See it through. Work it till you achieve it. See it to the end. Make sure you achieve it. That's what chapter 27 is talking about. And for me, it is the most important because 10,000 people make plans. I want to own this, I want to own that, and they don't get to do it because they don't see their plans and their whatever through to the end. You get? So the most important part of all we've said is finish what you start. In simple words, achieve it. And you are to achieve it no matter what it takes. We have stressed it a lot that commitment requires self-discipline. You will be discouraged a lot because most of the hurdles that you have to face are unforeseen. But if you still have the big picture in your head, you know what you want to achieve, those hurdles will mean nothing to you. Even when you feel so weak, it's okay to cry. I do cry. when I think that what I'm going through is a bit overwhelming, everybody cries. So please go ahead and shed some tear, but don't stop there. Wipe it off and dust off and move on, because nothing good comes easy. What must be done if you must achieve what you must achieve. Another thing I wrote here, I said, you may fail at first, or like I just said, but be committed to what you are doing and it will work. And then you can always go to the blueprint to reroute your plan after you have failed. Like, okay, I tried it this way and it didn't work. Let's look at other options. That too works. So you can look at other options that would help you achieve this dream if the first plan didn't work out. So you can always go back to the board and reroute your plans. Yeah. So something very important I think we should hear. It says commitment to a goal means being willing to work at it one step at a time. Not thinking about all the work that will come tomorrow, but instead doing what must be done today. Putting off today's pleasure for greater rewards tomorrow. Keeping the goal in mind. That is what commitment means. So it means no matter the weather, no matter the way you feel, no matter the matter, mind should be over matter. Yes, so the matter is the fact that you have to be the president of your life, and you can only be the president of your life if you stay committed to the goal. The same way you'll be committed to cooking if you were hungry. The same way you'll be committed to taking a bath if you were dirty. It's the same way you should stay committed to your goal of becoming whatever it is you want to become. You can ask anybody who's a professional in their field. It was never easy. They kept at it. The last chapter. It is titled "The Decision Is Yours." Obviously, the title is self-explanatory. We don't need to say too much about it. It means you have to decide whether or whether not you actually want to be the president of your life. It's just about a one-page chapter. I mean, we've talked about too much, from the acres of diamond to your presidential powers to all of those things. If you do not put them to work, I tell you, you have just wasted your time watching these videos, because to what end? So you have to decide that, it's about time I took my life seriously. It doesn't matter how old you are today. It doesn't matter how many years you have wasted. You decide today that going forward is going to be better than today looking backwards. You get the best of you is always in the future. You could decide that the worst of you is in the future, but who knows? Your future is still spotless. You decide what the story it will hold. Your past is already gone, but you can decide today what stories your future would hold, because it is spotless, it is undecided. It is, it's open for you to rewrite, but you have to decide that you actually want to change. You actually want to be different. You actually want to make a mark. You actually want to leave, stuff that can make people think about you even after generations have come and gone. You have to decide that. Nobody's going to come and make those changes for you. You may get people to motivate you here and there, but the responsibility lies with you to, make the change, get to work, be disciplined, stay committed, and see your dreams and your desires come to pass. Oh, we've come to the end of this book, and I'm glad, because man, this book has taken so much time. But I'm glad that, we've finally come to the end, and I know you have picked something from here. I mean, from all of this series we've had. Please don't fail to practice them. Don't fail to start now. Now is the best time to start. You can never have everything all sorted out, but if you start, it's just like you trying to clear a big portion of, forest. If you don't take down the first tree, you can't have the courage to take down the second, the third, and you would never get it done. So start now to, even if it's hazy, it's not clear, you don't really understand everything, do what you understand, and as you get into it, it will become clearer. Thank you so much for staying through to the end. I'll see you next time. I'll bring you a new book, yes, but I hope that'll be immediately. Yeah, but all in all, I love you. I know you love me too. Thank you and bye.